One of the many things that we love about summer is grilling. I love grilling because it keeps the heat outside, very easy cleanup, and seriously, grilled food is just delicious.
Whatever we would do, we do it just for fun.
I was looking at our weather, and this week is perfect for us to be grilling. Our weather has been absolutely crazy this spring, and I saw that we actually get a week's break where our weather is like in the 70s and 80s. So I am jumping on that, and I am going to be grilling our meals this week. This week I have meals that are new to us. So stick around to the end, and I'm gonna give you an update on what we thought of every single meal. Okay, let's jump on into Monday. Tonight we are having buffalo chicken wings. Me and my family like the drumettes over chicken wings, so we're gonna have buffalo drumettes. And these little babies were pretty hard to find this time. I like to use the Frank's buffalo sauce. I find it at Walmart. What I end up doing is I put a little bit in a bag in the morning and let the chicken just marinate in a little bit of that sauce throughout the day. And then as I'm cooking it, I'll be adding more to it as they're on the grill. I'm gonna do like kind of a mishmash of sides with the wings tonight. I found a little tiny bit of the fast food fries left over and a little bit of the famous, well, I guess they're Checkers or Rally's fries basically, so the seasoned ones. And then also I have a bag of onion rings, and these two go on about the same temperature, so I'm going to put these on a pan together. So because they're on the same pan, I ended up building like this little aluminum foil wall in between the onion rings and the french fries, and then that way the seasonings won't get mixed up, I guess. And then the fast food fries, they're going to go on their own pan because they're on a whole different temperature and time and all that. It is really super windy outside today, so I'm going to have to make sure that the flames stay lit in our grill. But I placed the chicken wings where they have some room in between them so they cook more evenly. Now, me personally, I'm not crazy about chicken wings, so I have just a chicken breast that's boneless, skinless, and I also have let that soak in the nice little sauce today to give it a little kick. So I added the wing sauce into a bowl just so I can control it a little better, putting it on the wings. And I have our long-handled basting brush so that I don't have to get too close to the heat while I'm adding the sauce to the wings. There is a plate of goodness right there. Oh, they smell so good. As they were cooking, I ended up putting the sauce on both sides of it after I flipped it twice. And they're good to go. Thank you, honey.
Welcome,
For condiments, we have blue cheese, we have some ranch, and some ketchup for the fries. So there is dinner. Yum, yum, yum. This is definitely going to clean out our sinuses. Tonight we are going to be making garlic butter chicken foil packets. In a bowl, I am going to place these potatoes. I ended up cutting them into a wedge style of potato. The recipe says to use a stick of butter. I'm not going to use a full stick. I am going to use a half of a stick. I did let my butter soften a little bit just so it's easier to cut. I'm going to use some salt and pepper and 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. I'm gonna give this a really good stir, get all those seasonings all over the potatoes. When you make a foil packet, make sure that you use enough aluminum foil that you can fold it up in all directions and it completely covers the chicken and vegetables. So to my piece of foil, I'm gonna add some of these potatoes, making sure to get, you know, some butter in there too. In the bowl of potatoes, I forgot to tell you, I also added 3 garlic cloves that I chopped up. On top of the potatoes, I added chicken. You can use a chicken breast. I have chicken tenders. Now the recipe only says to salt and pepper the chicken, but I added a little bit of that Italian seasoning to the chicken as well. Now I'm going to fold this up. And I like to place it on a cookie sheet so that I can take all 4 of the chicken packets out to the grill. Okay, I'm gonna keep assembling the chicken packets. These are going to cook on the grill for about 20 to 25 minutes or until a meat thermometer reaches the right temperature for that chicken. Sticking with the summer theme of grilling this week, Jason made up some pickled cucumbers. I do have a video on this. I'll have it linked below. It's super, super delicious. Okay, this took, how long did you, what did it take?
25 minutes.
25 minutes for all of the packets to be done. Today we are making ribs again. These ones are not the same ones that I made in a previous video. This one actually has a different rub. This one has some olive oil in the rub, which makes it more of a wet rub instead of a dry rub. I'm gonna give that a try and see what we think of it. Although we absolutely love the dry rub that I used before, and I will be doing that one again soon, I really wanted to kind of use this one and see what we think of this one too. And then that way I get 2 different rubs for ribs, because for whatever reason, we're really into ribs lately and we are really enjoying grilling them out or putting them in the broiler if it's cold outside. However, it just seems to be turning out perfectly with ribs. In a bowl, I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon of smoked paprika. The recipe calls for a tablespoon of granulated garlic. I don't have that, so I'm just going to use a tablespoon of minced. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil. A teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to give this a really good stir, and I'm going to get this rub all over those ribs. Isn't it nice of me? I'm letting Jason do the messy part of the ribs. You're welcome, honey.
Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you very much.
This ended up making quite a bit of seasoning, but we want to use all of the seasoning. So he's flipping these ribs over and doing all sides of these ribs. Okay, so we have 3 racks of ribs here stuffed into our crock pot. So that rub is enough for 3 racks of ribs. It was perfect. Plus he ended up putting it right on the ends of them too once he got them into the crock pot. I'm gonna put this on low. I'm gonna go for, oh, I don't know, probably about 4 to 6 hours, and then we're gonna flip them out onto the smoker. We're gonna finish them up on the smoker. I'll show you as the process goes. Oh, I wish you could smell these. Seriously, these smell fantastic. Oh my goodness. All right, so they're done cooking. Now we are going to put them on this cookie sheet so that Jason can carry them out a lot easier to the smoker. Oh my goodness gracious. And you can tell they're tender as soon as you pull them out of the crock pot. So this is definitely working. But that rub, the smell of this rub is amazing. If you don't have a smoker or a grill, at this point you can just stick them under the broiler, broil them. Ooh, sorry about that. Had steam in your face. Broil them for, what would you say, about 5 to 10 minutes or so?
Yeah.
and that would crisp them up. Jason just put those ribs on that smoker, so let's sneak out there. We're gonna take a peek. Just like he keeps peeking at my crock pot. Today, it was cooking and it smelled so good that he was like, can I just take a peek? And he stands there and the lid's open and I'm like, that's not just a peek, you're letting all of that heat out, Mr. Henry. Okay, come on, let's go take a peek at those ribs. Okay, Jason's gonna open it for us, right?
Yes.
Thank you, honey. Whoa. Oh my goodness, those look really, really good. One of the sides that we are having today is baked beans. Well, they're kind of like semi-homemade baked beans. They kind of cheat a little. Let me show you what we're doing. Jason took these 2 cans of beans. They're both country style baked beans by Bush's. And he doctored them up. He put a little bit of molasses in them, some brown sugar, some chopped onion, and topped it all with bacon. Now he's gonna put this in the oven on 350 for
Half hour, maybe 40 minutes.
30 to 40 minutes. I have these beautiful purple flowers that I showed you before, and they were just starting to open up for the season. Well, yesterday we had some rain during the afternoon yesterday, and they opened up beautifully, and the purple on them is so vibrant and gorgeous. Oh, I just had to share that with you. I don't know what they are. My gardeners out there, you guys, I'm sure you know what these are. If you do, let me know in the comment section below. They are so pretty. I really love that bright pop of purple that they have right now. And then we have a little rescued bush. Probably a few months after we moved in here, Jason found somebody had thrown out I believe it's a holly bush, and he was like, I don't want it, it's still alive and I just don't want it to die. So he brought it home and he planted it, and let me tell you, it was in rough shape. There was like, I think only 2 branches maybe that had a little bit of greenery on them. It was rough, and I told him, I was like, I don't know if this little guy's gonna pull through. Well, he's pulling through, and this year he actually has some little flowers on him, and we were so pleasantly surprised that he is growing pretty good and just kind of putting along, and he's got some flowers on him this year, so that's encouraging. He's coming alive. It'll be neat to see as he grows.
And his name is Stumpy.
His name is Stumpy?
Yes,
because
he was just a little tiny stump when I
my
got
goodness,
him.
he was so little, yeah. We actually had to protect him from Jules when we still had her. We had to protect him from her so that she didn't go around, because she was always wanted that if we planted anything, she wanted to grab it and pull out of the dirt and take off with it. So yeah, Stumpy has had a lot of protection from weather. Yeah, Jason's had his work cut out for him, but it's starting to pay off, huh?
Yes, it is.
All right, here's what we thought about the meals that we had this week. Okay, the garlic butter chicken. Wow, wow, wow. Let me tell ya. All right, so it called for a full stick of butter. I only used half of a stick of butter, and I'm glad I did, because I personally think that would have been too much butter, a full stick. But if you really like your butter, use the full stick. It ended up picking up this flavor. I'm thinking it had to have been with that butter on the grill, and it tasted like grilled. You know what I mean? You know that taste of grilled that you get? It did that with the potatoes and the chicken. It was super, super good. I think that one was my favorite so far. And the potatoes ended up turning out nice and tender, but that one was so good, so flavorful. It was tender. That was my favorite. Can you tell? The buffalo chicken wings, well, honestly, I mean, my guys absolutely love buffalo chicken wings. The Frank's sauce is perfect. It wasn't hot. It was more on the mild side. So if you want to kick up that heat, I mean, you can add some seasonings to it to really kick up the heat. But for us, it was really good. And I'm glad that I had it marinate in that sauce through the day, because it just flavored the chicken all the way through. Even my chicken breast that I had, it flavored it all the way through. I did not add any other seasonings, and it was really good. We struggled this week to find that bag of those chicken drumettes. So when we found the bag, we ended up getting 2 bags of chicken drumettes. So we will definitely be having those again in the near future. I just don't know if I want them for a dinner or if I want them for lunch. My guys will probably say lunch. All right, because these have been in the crock pot all day and they're cooked. So we're just doing, woo, the smokiness. Oh, I hope that doesn't make you cough. Be careful of the smoke going in your face. Sorry about that. We are adding barbecue sauce to the end here of it and just kind of letting this sit on them for a couple minutes, and then we'll be pulling them off of the smoker. Then we get to do the taste test. Oh, I am cheating tonight with sides.
I worked hard on these sides, thank you.
Did you now?
Coleslaw.
Whoa, we went to KFC and got sides through KFC. So we have coleslaw. Look at you. There's some advertisement for you, huh? And we got some mashed potatoes and gravy. Ooh, are those hot?
Yes.
What else did we get?
That's it. Mashed potatoes, gravy. And
Mashed
we got the
potatoes,
beans.
gravy, coleslaw. Oh yeah, and we have the beans too. Ooh, this is a summer meal. Okay, here goes the taste test.
Now you're all fancy with a fork.
I am all fancy.
Barbecue
I know,
with
I
your
can't
fingers.
help it.
Oh man,
Wow, wow, wow.
that's good. That was really good.
Definitely a keeper. Oh my goodness.
Now my hands are all dirty.
They are dirty. Beans just come out of the oven. Yum. So everything's ready. You guys hungry?
Yes.
As always, all of the recipes are down below, so make sure you grab them and add them to your menu plan this week. Enjoy them. They were so, so good. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.